Oh! Oh! Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, Jesus!
It's a mort sandwich and a taco man.
Green, green, green.
And we're off.
Ooh, it's gonna feel like the
Oh, Jesus! Sweet Jesus!
Oh, don't hit the brakes on it! Ow!
Still next to you, still next to you. Still, oh yeah, you're clear, you're clear.
Holy shit, that was like a John Rambo shit.
Oh my God! Holy shit!
I think this warrants a recording.
Hello everyone, Mortified 666 here, and we're back in some X-Plane. We're going to be doing our Cat 3 rating today on the Pilotedge network. Now this rating here is quite simple. It's all about communicating and doing some pattern work. Now a pattern is when you fly around at a controlled airfield. So we've got to do 3 laps of the traffic pattern at St. Louis County Regional Airport, or more commonly known St. Louis Obispo. Now what is a pattern? A pattern is what we fly when we're usually VFR flights in visual flight settings where quite often there's no tower controller or other things. So you've got 4 distinct, well 5 technically distinct sections of a pattern. You got your runway, your upwind, which is your takeoff roll, your crosswind, which is either a left or a right 90 degree angle from the runway. Your downwind, which you usually want to be at about 1,000 feet AGL as you're turning onto. At this point here, somewhere along here, we will be informed to contact tower and tell them where we are. Quite often it'll be midfield or report the numbers or something along those lines. Once we get to about here, which is the numbers on the runway, we start descending, getting our plane ready for landing, turn base, and then final and come down. Now at this point here, when we contact ATC, they will tell us clear for the option or clear to land or something along those lines. The main purpose of a pattern is so that in airspace that is uncontrolled, everyone can see everyone. So planes getting ready to take off can do a quick glance over and see what planes are in the pattern. All planes that are in the pattern will be calling out their location in the pattern, and then with the knowledge of the pattern, it is consistent. Doesn't matter which runway you're at. Everyone can fly safely and around each other. There are straight out departures, different departure ways into and out of the pattern, as you can see here, but it's pretty straightforward. Anyway, let's have a look. So we are going to be doing it at St. Louis Obispo. Let's have a look at the airport. So St. Louis has 2 main runways. So you got runway 11 and 29 and runway 25 and 7. So then the main 2 runways. We will be spawning here in the FBO transient parking. So that'll be our starting position here. And yeah, so most likely what we'll do is we'll end up getting told to taxi down to runway 29 either via Lima or... I'm not sure which one this is. I think that's just a continuation of Alpha, that little section there. So chances are we'll get told to taxi via Alpha Lima to 29 and then make right close traffic, which will be come up here, take off, turn to the right, flow down here, come back, etc, etc. Do that 3 times, land. We have completed our Cat 3. So pretty straightforward. Anyway, we're going to jump back into our plane. We are in the Airfoil Labs Cesna 172 again. Definitely one of my favourite planes to fly in X-Plane. Okay, give up on that. Alright, let's get in here. Let's get some systems up and running. Beacon, we'll put that on. We'll put the nav light on. We won't put the strobe on. Apparently I didn't turn off the master avionics last time, so that... These should all start kicking into life very shortly. While we do that, we will get connected to Pilotedge.
Connected to Pilotedge.
Beautiful. Okay, so we need to turn on our stacks here. Put that into, it's already in BFR, so I can go into altitude. That's fine, that's ready. Okay. Make sure our mixture is full rich. Fuel pump on.
Delta.
We have a working airplane. Beautiful. Okay, first things first. We need to get some frequencies. So, looking over here. ATIS 120.6. Now, from my test, I just made sure that was working. So, that's already tuned into radio 2 here. We can check that now if we want.
San Luis Co RGNL information Oscar. 0 Zulu weather. Wind 300 at 20, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 26, dew point 2. Altimeter 2987. Arriving runways 29, 25, departing runways 29, 25. Advise on initial contact, you have Oscar.
Okay, so runways 2925 departing from, so that's pretty straightforward. 29087, so we tune that in as best as we can on our altimeter. We need to check our ground control now. Ground is 121.6 and tower is 124.0. So let's get those in. So get it immediately. 121.6 and 124. So 12. Oops, wrong direction. Okay. Hello. Okay, 121.6, and we want 124.
Citation 6656 Yankee Van Nuys Tower, wind 210 at 7, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Runway 16 right, cleared to land. 56 Yankee.
And John Wayne Tower, good evening. Bonanza 707 Charlie Papa short 20 right at Kilo, ready for departure.
Bonanza 707 Charlie Papa, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right at Kilo, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 20 right at Kilo for 7 Charlie Papa, thank you.
So as you can hear, we do have some people out on the network that we can hear at the moment. We will get ourselves turned around over here.
Labs Tower number 48340, runway 25 left the Delta, ready for Airfoil Labs.
Sky 48340 Long Beach Tower, runway 25 left at Delta, cleared for takeoff.
Long Beach, correction, runway 25 left at Delta, clear for takeoff. Cessna 48340.
San Luis wind 3019er, Long Beach wind 29011, John Wayne wind 2108. Eastern 3286, contact tower 118.1.
St. Louis ground, Skyhawk 85 Sierra Mike at transient, ready for taxi 2 with information Oscar for my cat 3.
Sky 85 Sierra Mike, correction, San Luis ground, runway 29er, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 29, taxi via Alpha 85 Sierra Mike.
Sky 50 Romeo, say parking.
50 Romeo, taxi to GA parking, please.
Sky 50 Romeo, roger. Give way to the Skyhawk coming out of the ramp near your next right turn, which is taxiway Foxtrot. Then taxi to the ramp via Alpha, remain this frequency. And you passed the correction, I-10 test. Congratulations.
50 Romeo, we'll use taxiway Foxtrot and Alpha to the ramp, and thanks for the pass, 50 Romeo.
Sky 850 Mike, traffic exiting the runway will give way to you.
850 Mike has the traffic.
Bakersfield Tower, Eastern 3286, checking in, ILS 30 right.
Eastern 3286, Bakersfield Tower, runway 30 right, cleared to land with 320 at 13, gust 19er.
Okay, so
Okay,
bit
runway
of traffic.
30 right, clear to land, Eastern 3286.
Bit of traffic that just
Sky
landed. Doing
340,
the same time.
contact SoCal.
Pull up here at the hold short line in a moment. We will switch over to tower, check our lights and everything, and then get ready to take off. Let's get parking brake on. So we'll get our... Oh, we forgot to put our taxi lights on. Strobe nav can come on. Switch over to tower now. At flaps 1. We are ready for this. St. Louis Tower, good afternoon, 85 Sierra Mike, holding short runway 29 at Alpha for close back traffic.
Skygate 50 Mike, St. Louis Tower, wind 310 at 19er, make left traffic, runway 29er, cleared for takeoff.
Left traffic 29er, clear for takeoff for 850 Mike. Okay, so left it is. We did practice mostly for right, but left should be pretty straightforward. Now, he didn't actually give me a reporting position, so I'm just going to report midfield just by the default.
Sky 340, amend your instructions, fly present heading, join the Seal Beach 340 radio, resume navigation.
Okay. Lights, flaps, radios, runway confirmed.
Eastern 3286 heavy, turn right at the end, taxi to the ramp via Alpha, monitor ground point 7, good night.
Okay, taxi range
RPM's coming up.
7, thanks to that. Eastern 3286.
You're welcome.
Airspeed is alive. Going to be a bit wobbly on the old rudder pedals.
Bonanza 7 Charlie Papa, contact SoCal approach 125.2.
Airborne.
Skyhawk 340, contact SoCal approach 128.5.
We got to maintain this for a bit, this heading.
Bonanza 707 Charlie Papa, SoCal approach, Los Angeles flight altimeter 2983.
Flaps up. So those mountains.
Charlie Papa, traffic 8 o'clock, 1 mile northwestbound, altitude 6,500.
Yep. So those mountains are my reference point for turning left.
Charlie Papa, traffic has a slight overtake on you. Turn right 10 degrees expected for traffic.
So that lets me know I'm well clear of the runway. Okay, we'll start our left turn.
Sky 340, you're currently broadcasting at 128.1. Contact SoCal approach 128.
There's 1,000 feet AGL.
Should be 128.5.
Crosswind. Fly this for a moment. We want to keep an eye on that runway there. Now we can turn
Bonanza
down.
7 Charlie Papa Roger. Proceed direct Seal Beach, resume navigation.
So now we're going to start our downwind. We're still climbing. We're getting a bit high, but I think we should be alright with that.
Sky 48340 SoCal approach, Roger. Los Angeles altimeter 2983. Expect visual approach runway 25 at Hawthorne. Turn left heading 310.
St. Louis Tower, Skyhawk A5 Sierra Mike midfield for 29.
Sky 50 Mike Roger. No need to report. Runway 29 clear for the option.
29, clear for the option A5 Sierra Mike. Okay, so apparently we don't need to report our
Sky 340
midfield.
affirmative. Fly heading 360 vector for the localizer.
Okay,
runway
let's
25
pull that
approach.
back. Get some flaps in, just wearing off that wind speed.
Sky
So-
340, you're not cleared for the approach yet. Just fly to 360 heading for vectors to the localizer. Sky 340, descend and maintain 1,600.
It's interesting that you told me not to report. Every experience I've had with doing pattern work, I've been told to report midfield, all the numbers. So, we'll see what he says next time.
Sky 340, turn left heading 350.
Anyway, so turning on to final. Bit high, but we're alright. Actually doing alright. I'm pretty happy with that for a final. We are coming a bit fast, so let's pull that throttle back a bit. Wing that airspeed off. Flaps down and set. We have clearance. Runway in sight. Let's do this.
Bonanza 7 Charlie Papa, change to my frequency 124.9.
San Diego ground, November 842 X-ray, you copy?
Bonanza 707 Charlie Papa, SoCal approach, Los Angeles altimeter 2983. November 842 X-ray. St. Lindbergh ground, loud and clear.
San Diego ground, Columbia 400 with Bravo. Request taxi to runway 27, west departure. VFR filed 4,000.
Oh, we had a bounce.
Sky 340, turn left heading 280.
Well, that was an excellent landing, so I'm happy with that. That's
Sky 340, 5 miles from Hashi. Fly heading 280, maintain 1,600 and still established on the localizer. Clear localizer runway 25 approach.
Alright, so that's one. We got two more to do. Starting our
Columbia
second
400
pattern.
calling the Lindbergh ground, say type, correction, say call sign.
Read back, please.
Whoever's calling Lindbergh ground for VFR instructions, say your call sign, please.
November 842 X-ray.
November 842 X-ray, roger. You're the Columbia 400 going where?
departing west to Ramona. VFR filed at 4,000.
Columbia 842 X-ray, roger. We do not receive your flight plans, but we will put something in the system for you for flight following. Cleared out of the Lindbergh Bravo airspace. Fly heading 310. Maintain VFR at or below 2,000 until advised. SoCal departure frequency 119.6. Squawk 4301.
Okay, so keeping an eye on that hill. Want to start turning left here.
San Diego ground, can you repeat that, please?
Sky 340, contact Hawthorne Tower 121.1. Bonanza 7, Charlie Papa, verify climbing to 900,000. Bonanza 7, Charlie Papa, roger, climbing, maintain 900,000, thanks.
Bit too much on the
Sky 85, Sierra Mike, runway 29 or cleared option.
runway 29, clear for the option 850 Mike.
Columbia 42 X-ray, cleared out of the Lindbergh Bravo airspace.
Cool, so we got our clearance
Fly
already.
310. Maintain VFR at or below 2,000 until advised. SoCal departure frequency 119.6. Squawk 4301.
Okay, so we're a little far on our crosswind then.
2,000, squawk 4301, November 842 X-ray.
Columbia 42 X-ray,
Still had some flaps
your
in.
departure frequency is 119.6. Tower will let you know when to contact them.
119.6.
Columbia 42 X-ray, back correct.
Hawthorne Tower, November 48340.
There's a lot of people out here and talking at the moment. It's,
Sky
I mean, it's
4340 Hawthorne Tower,
hard to
runway
maintain a
25,
conversation and
and
talk about what I am doing
2014.
while trying to pay attention to
Runway
what's going on
25,
out there.
clear
While there's no
347.
actual planes around me here, it's definitely a consideration that you got to take into effect on all that ballooning. To put the flaps out in the first stage. Okay, we can start turning. Crosswind. This downwind leg was way too far out, but okay, so start descending. We are still quite high. Backed off that throttle. See if we can get another excellent landing, eh?
Sky 340 traffic ahead and to your right, about 2 miles southbound. Altitude indicates 1,300.
Cessna 240 looking.
Bonanza 7 Charlie Papa, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
Alright, so established. Flaps are down, set, lights are still good. We haven't touched them. Little high at the moment, but that's alright. It's a Cessna, it's easy fixed. Back off that throttle a bit as we push our nose down. And there's our glide slope lights. Red over white means we're on the glide slope. If we get too red, that means we're below, too white above.
Bonanza 707 Charlie Papa, SoCal approach, Ontario altimeter 2982.
Alright, so about 100 feet above. Watch out, airspeed is dropping quite fast as we pull our nose up a little bit to glide in.
Sky 340, contact Hawthorne Tower 121.1. Disregard, you already cleared the lane, right?
Cessna 240 for a minute.
Thanks.
No problem.
Oh, little balloon.
Columbia 42 Echo A limber ground.
Another excellent landing. It's funny, when you get the excellent landings, you actually have a tendency to have that little little bounce.
Columbia 42 X-ray, roger. That type of movement requires a clearance. Anytime you enter a taxiway, you have to have a clearance to do that. You just had departure instructions out of Lindbergh, which are not taxi instructions. Runway 27, taxi via Charlie.
Cool. Alright, so we're airborne again. This time we will go for a full stop when we get around. I want to try to keep that crosswind a little shorter this time. Okay, so keep an eye on those mountains again. Got a good steady climb rate. We have fully retracted the flaps in this time. We forgot to do that until we were on the downwind last time. Start our left turn. Try not to turn too far this time. That looks better. And there's 1,000 feet above. Alright, let's turn downwind. Back that throttle off a bit. We don't want to be going too fast again. Suddenly gone very quiet on the radios. Very quiet indeed. Okay, I'm a little concerned now. Something's going on with my I've got absolutely nothing coming through. I'll give it another second. Something's gone wrong with my frequent radios, I think. Uh-oh. Sentinels Tower A5CR Mike turning final runway 29 full stop.
Sky 50 Mike, thank you. Runway 29 are clear to land.
29 clear land, A5CR Mike. Okay. So we get some flaps in. That's alright. I was getting very worried there. I hadn't heard anything from him and he's like, oh. We are a bit high again. We'll back off on that throttle. We'll let the altitude keep our speed up as we descend. Check our flaps. Flaps down and good. Yeah, that's bizarre. It's gone from everyone talking constantly to just very, very quiet all of a sudden. But anyway, we're got our approval to land.
Sky 340, are you parking on the north side or south side?
So the troopers are parking at Jet Center.
Sky 340, under taxi to Jet Center, monitor Hawthorne ground 125.1, good night.
Over to ground 151. Have a good day, so the troopers.
Alright. See if we can just touch it in again. Nice and gentle. that was gorgeous. Alright, let's get our flaps cleaned up. Keep a bit of speed up until we get down to this taxiway here.
Hop on ground, Cessna 48340, clear of runway 25, taxi to Jet Center.
Sky 340, I already gave you that instructions, told you to monitor ground. You can continue taxi to Jet Center.
Cessna 240, sorry about that, sir. Taxi in Jet Center.
No problem. November 50, Mike, you passed the Cat 3 test. Congratulations, remain this frequency and taxi to the ramp via Alpha. Good night.
Thank you very much, and taxi to the ramp via Alpha, this frequency 850, Mike. Good day. Woohoo! Alright. So we're just going to pull straight across here. That was a pass in the Cat 3. So that's good news. I'm happy with that. 3 excellent landings too, so I'm very pleased with my efforts there. We'll just blaze it across here, pull into the transient parking, and then we'll shut the plane down, and I'll go have a look at a couple of those landings, because that last one just felt absolutely smooth as butter. Parking right there, brakes on. We'll plugins. We'll get off Pilotedge.
Disconnected.
Strobe nav. Any beacon. Anyway, guys, we'll end up there, and I hope you guys enjoy my content. If you are, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys for my Cat 4.
The engine seems ideal.